Coming up next on Small Town Big Deal, we go from exhilarating highs
to me facing down one of my biggest fears.
And then it's off to Pennsylvania for a twisted look at the birthplace of one of America's favorite snack foods.
Welcome to Small Town Big Deal. I'm Rodney Miller.
And I'm Jann Carl. We are in Silver Lake Sand Dunes, Michigan. Now, it's just a stone's throw from Lake Michigan.
I know, it's a great family destination. You got fishing and boating and a really cool 150-year-old lighthouse.
And something else that Rodney knew was here, but I didn't. They've got sand dunes.
Yeah, but I didn't know they were this big.
Yikes! Ah!
The sand dunes cover a whopping 1,800 acres in the Silver Lake Sand Dunes State Park. This remarkable area is a very big deal.
The dunes have beckoned vacationers since the 1920s. Landowner Mac Wood invented the dune scooter, knowing folks would enjoy a thrilling ride on these majestic slopes.
He started a craze that is more popular today than ever.
Woo! You guys better be hanging on. Wow, you've done this before a time or two. So have you ever crashed one of these?
You know, not today, no.
Not today. Oh my goodness, we got a casualty ahead.
Oh no! Uh-oh, was he in your last trip?
Yeah.
He was. His name is Phil. I make promises to everyone. I pick everyone up at the end of the day, all right?
Okay, we'll be back, Phil.
That's pretty funny.
Woo! Oh, I wasn't looking, sorry.
The southern end of the dunes is leased for Macwood dune rides only, the middle for hiking only, and the northern end for off-roading with your own vehicle. In fact, it's the only place east of the Mississippi that you can drive your own vehicle on big sand dunes. I don't have my truck here, but I've got to look into that.
Now, right here, I like to stop, just give you an idea of what this area once was, and that is a forest of red and white pines. But back in 1871, you guys know what happened in our country? Chicago fire.
Then this area became part of American history when the wood from right here was cut and shipped across Lake Michigan to help rebuild Chicago.
With the trees and vegetation gone, combined with the winds and the lake sand, these huge dunes began to form, and they are still growing today.
Okay, so I heard a rumor that there are actually some cottages or homes that were buried by the sand.
You heard a rumor, that's correct.
Well, we saw the house at the end of the road.
A guy had his own bulldozer because the sand is coming over on top of him.
Yep, he is the last one in line. He should have been buried years ago. But every year, spends thousands of dollars hauling sand out. But if he takes 1 year off, it is game over.
So I just want to know, like, does sand count as fiber in your diet? 'Cause I got a lot of it in here.
Jan's up for a lot more fiber, because what I have in mind next is going to really stir up some sand.
So let me tell you a little bit about our sandbox, all right? These dunes are growing 3 to 6 feet each hour out here, and that's from the winds off of Lake Michigan. That little bunny hop the first time around could be a 5-foot drop off the next time. So on your approach on the way up the dune, we're gonna take it straight on. You're gonna give it all she's got. Don't be shy. Now, the first dune out here we're gonna see on our left is gonna be Test Hill. She's one of the taller hills out here, okay?
Shouldn't Test Hill be one of the smallest ones?
No, because it's the test. If you can make it up that dune, you can do all the rest, okay?
I think I'm ready.
This is the old crap bar right here.
Ah! Oh my God! Me? Scream? Oh, wait.
Okay, I gotta admit, I was a little afraid going up the first hill.
Oh my God! I mean, he got to the top and he went, oh my gosh, it's straight down! And I said, who's screaming now?
Okay, Jan's ridden with me long enough. Time for her to get her own. You ready?
No.
Yes, you are. Good luck. I've seen her drive on the LA freeways. Slow down, Jann!
I've never ridden on a sand dune. I've never driven on a sand dune. Rodney goes, hey, let's race.
I feel a need for speed.
Rodney knows if I win, he'll never hear the end of it.
Unfortunately, she's lighter than me.
I won.
Okay, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Get on that side. I've got to win 2 out of 3 or I'm never going to hear the end of it.
I was slow on the accelerator. It's like I saw the flag go up and I went, oh, yeah, that's right, I'm supposed to go.
The win goes to me. Just saying.
Race 3, the pressure's on. It's 1-1. He's way ahead of me instantaneously. And I found out why. As we're waiting for the flag to go up, he's got one foot on the brake and the other foot on the accelerator, and he's revved up.
I didn't move until the flag went up, but it was a trick, you know? It was just good driving.
Rodney won, fair and square.
Up next, we reach for new heights with a new sport and a climb up the steps of history.
Makes my knees weak.
Too far up for Rodney. How's your lighthouse knowledge? How many of them dot the shoreline of Lake Michigan? Is it 15, 35, or 55? The answer when we come right back. So how many lighthouses dot the shoreline of Lake Michigan? If your answer was 55, you got it right.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal. We are in Silver Lake Sand Dunes near Mears, Michigan.
That was well said.
That's a mouthful.
I don't think I could do that. That's right. We're finding out there are so many amazing things here. It really is a hidden gem, but it shouldn't be.
Well, it's not going to be for much longer.
That's right. We're telling everybody. Maybe we shouldn't do that.
So far, we've survived the thrill of a Macwoods Dune scooter ride, then conquered the towering dunes ourselves with ATVs.
Now it's time to command the sand on foot. Well, and hopefully not on our backsides, as we try to learn the sport of sand surfing.
I haven't made the final decision whether I'm going or not.
Through the years, people have tried everything from cardboard to modified surfboards. Then in the early 70s, boards were fashioned specifically for sand. So here we are, sandboards in hand and wet, compact sand due to recent rains, which makes conditions hard to surf.
Marna, a spunky local sandboarder, has tried to teach us this unique sport.
Go, Rodney! Go, Rodney! Go, Rodney! He's doing it! He's doing it!
The wet sand is keeping the speeds to a snail's pace, and that's just fine with me.
He's keeping his backside low to the ground, just in case.
I think he's doing good. Maybe he's got more weight, so it takes him down.
Well, enough of the weight comments up there. For a guy my age, pretty proud of myself. And I didn't get hurt.
And the Russian judge gives him a 10.
Okay, Jan.
There you go. Then just inch from there.
Yeah. I'm not going any faster than you. But you know what? I look good. Part of my youth was spent in upstate New York. So to me, this looks more like a toboggan. And that's why I had the method I had. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You did good.
Do you think they should ever be on the slopes again?
No, I think they should stay off for everyone's sake. Ooh!
Crashed and burned.
I think we're ready. Steeper, longer, faster.
Well, Jan, the steeper part is correct, but not on the dunes. Just down the road, you can climb a set of 130 steps and experience where time stands still.
Michigan boasts more lighthouses than any other state. Most were built in the 1800s when shipping was in its heyday.
This is Little Sabol Point Light Station. It was built almost 150 years ago and is a majestic reminder of days gone by.
What is it about lighthouses that's so romantic that people love?
I think the romance of just kind of being by yourself and seeing the sunsets and just communing with nature.
They're kind of that old man in the sea kind of.
Very much so.
Now, it used to have, like most lighthouses, like a house. So the light keeper, like in his family, lived in the house.
Right, yeah, it had a keeper's house. In 1954, they electrified the light, and the Coast Guard decided that they didn't want to maintain the house, and so they auctioned off the brick and the woodwork to local builders.
What was the lightkeeper's job?
Okay, well, the lightkeeper's job was to tend the light, make sure that the light burned.
So just a little flame.
Just a little flame underneath that Fresnel lens, which magnified it. You could see it out 15 miles from the shoreline.
That's amazing.
Between 1850 and 1900, there were 850 shipwrecks.
And what is the most famous shipwreck here?
The most famous shipwreck here is the SS Novadoc.
During a major storm in 1940, the Novadoc was blown toward the shore, hitting a sandbar and breaking in half. 2 crewmen washed overboard, but the other 17 scrambled to the highest part and waited 700 feet offshore for 2 days, hoping to be rescued.
But a local fishing boat owner and his 2-man crew couldn't stand by and watch more people lose their lives. So they headed out with a daring plan. They would ride wave surges and pull a man off with each surge. They did this at least 17 times, and in the end, all 17 remaining men were saved.
So now that we've talked a little bit about the lighthouse, why don't I show you a little bit of history?
As we make our way up, I'm wondering if I should mention I'm a little afraid of heights.
Okay, the walls on the tower are 5 feet thick at the base and 2 feet thick at the top.
Thinking of the lightkeepers that walked these same steps faithfully night after night to do their job and keep ships and crew safe.
How you doing out there?
I'm looking back, not out.
You have like a death grip on the railing.
Okay, it's a lot better now.
You know, that man in there is afraid of heights.
We all got our strengths and weaknesses, and fear of heights is one of my weaknesses.
Can I help you be brave?
You will?
She'll help you be brave. Follow Hannah.
Little Sabol Lighthouse was built in 1874, and it is 115 feet tall.
Jan, don't do that.
At one time, it was painted all white. That's because it was surrounded by dune forest, and the red brick didn't stand out enough for ships to easily see.
But it also still has that historic Fresnel lens.
It's 134 miles to Chicago from right there,
That's right, yeah, that's right, yep.
Silver
the
Lake
top of
sand,
it, yeah.
sand dunes out there.
It really is a magnificent view.
So Hannah, you ready to come down? Hold on to the railing. You want to hold my hand till you get to the railing? Okay, there you go. Where's Rodney? Oh, he's out of here. Yeah.
As nervous as I was, it was worth it to climb to the top of a 142-year-old lighthouse.
You did it. High five. Yeah.
Coming up next, we get schooled in tying the knot. But Houston, we have a pretzel problem.
That's not right.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
You know, I always love it when we do a story that revolves around a food product.
Yeah, but you know, Jen, this one is a little twisted.
Yeah, it is a bit of a salty tale.
You know, but I think we should just roll with it.
If you haven't quite figured it out yet, we're talking about one of the most popular snack foods in America, the pretzel.
Hard, soft, coated with mustard, or covered in chocolate, this timeless concoction of flour, water, and a little yeast is a $500 million industry.
So we came to where it all started here in America, the small town of Lidditz, Pennsylvania, population about 9,000. It's been home since 1861 to the Julius Sturgis Pretzel Bakery.
This is it. No argument. This is really the birthplace of the pretzel in America.
This is it. Julius Sturgis is certified by the American Bakers Association as the originator of the hard pretzel. Happened right where we're standing.
Sturgis put a twist on pretzel making by turning out hard pretzels, a revolutionary concept for its time because they kept much longer.
And these are the original ovens behind us.
They are. There are 4 of them, and they were built in 1861 when he opened his bakery here.
Wow.
That's just
1861, that is a long time ago.
Do you remember?
Sorry, you know I couldn't resist. In fact, pretzels have been around way longer than Rodney.
Pretzels were thought to have originated in 610 AD by Italian monks.
They took scraps of dough to form the shape of children's arms in prayer, and the 3 holes represented the Christian Trinity.
Over the centuries, pretzels made their way across Europe and became especially popular in and around Germany.
It was believed that pretzels would bring you good luck, prosperity, and spiritual wholeness. which is why I eat so many pretzels.
During the 1700s, the first wave of German immigrants came to America, and many settled in the southern and central parts of Pennsylvania.
They became known as the Pennsylvania Dutch. Today, this area could just as well be called Pretzylvania.
I think 80% of the pretzels that are made in America today are made in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Julius's family recipe was passed down through the years, and today, 5 generations later, Tom Sturgis Pretzels in nearby Reading, Pennsylvania, is taking his namesake creation to new heights.
We do chocolate peanut butter, chocolate caramel, chocolate cherry mousse, chocolate marshmallow.
We have to try those before
You do,
we leave.
absolutely.
But no visit would be complete without getting our pretzel on.
You guys ready to make some pretzel dough?
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Lauren Smith, Sturgis pretzel baker extraordinaire, showed us the ropes on how to make soft pretzels.
So first I have some yeast sprinkled on the bottom of the bucket here. The next ingredient we are going to add is barley malt. And next we have to add flour. We're going to add that to the mixing barrel, and I'm going to spray that.
Oh, we're going to put this in here?
Yep.
And into the mixer it goes for a few minutes.
And hit start.
You gotta roll it out?
Yep, we're going to go twist some pretzels.
Oh my gosh, if it's as exhausting as that was.
Then it's on to the rolling table.
Just grab a chunk of dough and then just roll it out.
Oh, look how fast you're doing.
No, yeah, mine's not going out like yours.
You're just giving yours a massage.
All right, well that looks good enough.
Next, the art of the twist. Or not.
Oh, was that it? That's not right.
Let me see it one more time. This should be easy, but I cannot do it. So now I'm gonna, okay, is that it right there?
Yeah, well, make it a bit more symmetrical.
Okay, now, ta-da!
Finally, then it's on to a quick dip to bring out the color, little salt, and into a 350-degree oven for just 6 minutes.
All right.
Voila.
I think they are done.
They look done.
Do you want to eat your pretzel?
It's a little fatter than the other ones.
Yeah, well, that would be mine.
Here's your pretzel.
You ready? I've never
Yeah, it tastes a lot different coming right out of the oven.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think this applies to all food groups, but I am a whole lot better at eating pretzels than making them. Lauren, thank you for teaching us.
Oh,
to
well, thank you guys for coming out. Yeah.
I know the fine art of pretzel twisting.
Yes.
I think we better practice before we come back.
Well, you guys are welcome back anytime.
Welcome back to Small Town Big Deal.
So, Jen, do you think you're ever going to get that pretzel twist down?
Once. I got it once.
Oh, I never did get it.
No, you'd be fired so
Oh,
fast.
definitely.
Now, do you think you'll ever get over your fear of heights?
Well, not totally, but I think it's manageable.
You call this manageable?
Well, at least I did get out.
Yeah, well, okay, you went out on the balcony. I'll give you that. All right. I know on the race, though, even though you won 2 out of 3, the fact that I beat you even once and the look on your face when I beat you.
You're 5 or 10 pounds lighter, so you have an advantage.
The skill of my driving.
Really? You're going to jump on the skill part and not my weight comment?
Would you say? Huh? What'd you say? I don't listen to you.
I hope you've enjoyed this week's
What did he
episode of
say?
Small Town Big
Are
Deal.
you being mean?
I'm Rodney Miller.
I'm Jann Carl.
Join
He's
us again
mean,
next
Rodney
week.
Miller.
And once again, we celebrate the great stories from across America.
Did you say 5 or 10 pounds? Is that what you said?
If I was getting paid by the piece, we would both
starve?
be in
Would we
trouble,
starve to
yeah.
death?
How do you think Rodney did?
Oh, I think he was the worst one.
What? I heard that. It says, I climbed the Little Sabol Lighthouse. And it should say, and I actually went out on the ledge. I'm very proud of you.
You're much better at this than me.
Hey, there's other things I'm afraid of that you're not. You know what? We're all different. We all have our strengths. And
But I did it.
You did it.